Rocks and Max. Like and subscribe. Today, helping out a good friend. Got to break down all of these wheels and drain all the oils out of these rear ends. I use waste oil, so it's kind of a good thing for me. Don't know why I committed to this. Don't know what I got myself into with this. But stay tuned. Shouldn't take too long. But that's what I'm doing for this afternoon. Remember, everyone, if you're messing around with a Dayton hub, you want to make sure when you loosen up the wheel or the rim from the hub, you want to leave the nuts backed off and still on there, so the wedges behind the nut, when you start hammering on it to get the wheel off, that it doesn't come out and hit you in the new you-know-where. So you just take a hammer, make sure they all jiggle off. Just like that. Now I've seen them that a nice clean hub with brand new spacers, brand new rim, everything's nice and clean, brand new, and you back them off and all you do is just tunk it. They're all backed off and that thing explodes at you. All it wants to do is tackle you as fast as it can. So very important to leave those wedges on. So a little piece of advice. I've been buzzing around this wheel for a while now and I'm getting a little frustrated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my torch and then just cut a little bit off one side of the nut. Not enough to damage the threads, just that much. I don't know if you can see it from the light. I haven't even gotten into the threads from the nut. I just took it off a little bit. They're cheap, so there's no point in wasting a whole bunch of oxygen acetylene trying to warm them up when they're going to be junk by the time you get them cherry red anyway. So I'll give this one a cut just so you can see what I'm doing. So as you can see, just cut a little bit off the nut, didn't destroy the stud. Now I got to do that 4 or 5 more times. So this is a hub piloted nut with the shoulder, 33 millimeter. They are quite tight on hubs. What I found to cheat a little bit to impact these off, I'm using a 1-inch impact. And I do have a 33 millimeter socket, but an 1 5/16 socket gives it more impact to jar it loose when they've been on there for years and years and years. Just a little tip on if you are tired of heating them with a torch, 1 5/16 works pretty good. So there you have it. All of them are unbolted. Tomorrow I will just take the wheels off, put them on pallets, have them ready for the guy to pick up, and the oil's drained. Took about a couple hours to do, which is too long in my opinion, but some of them were really rusted on. That's the problem with hub piloted. They get really tight, and when they start to rust and been on there a while, sometimes they're a bugger to get off. And I guess you got to factor in there's probably about 200 nuts that came off the studs, impacted off with the 1-inch impact. I did put a bigger volume hose on towards the end, but it was rear ends that were more not rusty, so I don't know if that would have made a difference or not with the ones that I had to cut off in the video. But hope you learned something. Like and subscribe.